Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Good evening, Asia. Open House with Jerry Cornez, now airing nationwide plus parts of Asia. Kaya magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. And welcome to Open House with Jerry Corneo. Now, ang segment po natin, what we present in our program is people, places, and events that are in the news or should be in the news. And this evening, we are featuring again digital cinema, which is actually the age of digital cinema has arrived. And ito pong, if you recall, one of our programs last week, we had with us Director Ed Lejano, who was he's the director of the UP Film Institute, and we also featured Cinemalaya. Now we're going to be featuring people who are directly involved with digital cinema. And this includes the cinema itself, plus the equipment being used. Because bago na equipment ngayon. I mean, hindi na yung, we will explain to you later, from film, it is now digital. So our guest this evening will explain to you what it's all about. And then after that, we're going to have one of the directors of the latest Cinemalaya 2010. Siya po ang director of one of the award-winning films, which was Recruit. We'll introduce him to you later, but now let's welcome to Open House with Jerry Cornejo, Ms. Heidi Esmero of SM Cinema and Emil Morales of Digital Cinema. Heidi, welcome to Open House. Emil, welcome.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Ngayon, I guess this one's for you first. Emil, what exactly is digital cinema?
Well, digital cinema is the newest technology in motion picture exhibition. It started a couple of years back in the US. And the proponents here are the major 6 studios in the US, and they're called the DCI, Digital Cinema Initiatives. And they placed all the different standards, the standards for digital cinema for exhibition.
Okay, now digital cinema, ito yung modern, ito yung current. What was it before digital cinema? What did you call it? What would you call it?
It was analog cinema, 35 mm.
Okay.
So basically what they used was the physical print. Now everything is digital. So it passes through a process of servers, and the projectors are different now. They're not using the old ones.
So ang difference niyan, parang noon, pag sinasabing kokodakan mo, di ba? I mean, meron kang camera, meron kang film. This film, you bring it to a Photoshop, ipo-process nila, may negatives, tapos you look at the prints. Whereas ngayon, the digital cameras, di ba? Point, shoot, andyan na, tapos pwede mong, actually isang cameras, pwede mong i-email from the camera to, you know, to a PC. And ito yung mga nilalagay sa Facebook, nilalagay sa ano. Ngayon, hindi na ba pwedeng gamitin yung ano ngayon? I guess it's a very long process if you use the analog photography or the film photography for digital.
I think the real intent of putting up DCI and digital cinema as a whole for the industry is to curb piracy. Kasi their intention was when you have a digital content made in, by example for Hollywood, it can be shown all over the world simultaneously. You don't have that lag time of 1 week, 2 weeks para lang maipalabas sa atin, sa Pilipinas. Kasi may traffic yan you know, they have to ship yung physical print.
Pero hindi ba ngayon puro mga world premiere na? Like yung mga Harry Potter, yung mga yan. Di ba, when it's being premiered in New York or in London, sabay sa Pilipinas. So, digital na pala yan?
Yes.
Okay. Bakit mas mahirap mag-pirate sa digital?
Kasi ngayon, there's a new technology over digital which is called 3D.
Okay, which?
Ngayon, yung 3D na yun, hindi na pwedeng i-pirate. Even if I bring my camera inside the cinema of SM, hindi ko na pwedeng makunan.
Really?
Yeah. Because you need the 3D glass to appreciate the picture. It's double picture kasi yun eh.
Oh. Hindi, you mean to tell me the future of cinema is now all 3D?
Yes.
What time frame are we talking about? This year, next year, in the 3 years, 5 years? Because as of now, like for instance, I go to a cinema sa Greenbelt, merong 5 theater doon, isa lang ang digital. Like kung minsan, nagpupunta ako sa SM, there are 7 or 8, IMAX lang yata ang digital, ang 3D. So when is it, you mean to tell me, parating na or nangyayari na lahat ng cinema 3D na?
Because the technology of digital cinema started with us our company as integrators and with SM.
Okay.
So the trust of SM right now is for every location at least dalawang digital cinema.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
we're looking at probably in 2 years' time, 80 to 90% of our cinemas will all be converted to digital.
No, we're talking about 3D.
Ganon rin.
Yes, sir.
It's when you
So
talk about
80 to 90% will be 3D?
Yes.
The
alright.
digital theater is
Oh.
capable of showing both 2D and 3D,
3D.
movies.
Okay, pero so the trend now is all going into 3D.
Yes.
Okay, ngayon, iba-iba ba mga 3D? Because this is what I noticed. In the 3D cinema that I go to in Makati, well, we all know, kaibigan ko lahat yung mga dyan sa Ayala Cinemas, no? But how come when I watch the 3D in IMAX, parang mas alsado or mas 3D kaysa sa naman papanood kong pelikula na 3D sa Makati? Why? Is there a difference between, well, of course, your glasses even look different, no?
Yeah.
But meron bang different qualities or different grades of 3D? In other words, mas 3D kami sa inyo? Pwede ba yan?
There's what we call light efficiency sa 3D.
Mm-hmm.
So different manufacturers and brands have different light efficiency. So it depends on the kind of brand and 3D system that they purchase. One
You mean you're talking about the projector?
the
or
3D system
Which, saan ang gagaling yung 3D system? Sa cinema or sa nagsushoot ng
sa
pelikula?
cinema. Sa cinema.
Sa cinema?
Yeah, sa projection room.
Alright. So, merong different grades of 3D.
Yes, yes.
Kaya pala napapansin ko nga.
Different efficiencies.
Oh.
So-
Which means, because sometimes nakikita ko, ganda ng titles. Yung titles, alsadong-alsado, lumalabas. You can almost touch it. But then when the actual movie comes, yung parang alsado ng konti. As a matter of fact, minsan, sinusubukan ko, inaalis-alis ko yung salamin ko. Ano ba talagang difference ito? Very little. But
Yeah.
then, when I go to IMAX, for some reason, talagang alsado siya.
Yung
Bakit naman?
yung sa system kasi ng IMAX
Ah.
is or yung kahit yung SM Digital Theater, yung ginagamit na screen doon is silver screen.
Okay.
And the others use only the matte white. So when there's silver screen, the reflection of light is better.
Alright.
Because that's the requirement of that particular 3D technology.
And by the way, when you say IMAX, ang IMAX is not exclusively SM obviously because, dito siguro sa Pilipinas kasi nakita ko ng IMAX sa Bangkok, nakita ko ng IMAX sa Japan, may IMAX sa... So what exactly is IMAX? Pag sabihin IMAX. Ano bang IMAX?
IMAX is a brand, sir, and
Oo.
the only distributor here in the country is SM.
Exclusively.
So, exclusive to SM.
Okay. So merong exclusive so but it's
a
not
brand.
exclusive. It's not it's a brand na meron din sa mga ibang bayan.
In other
Yes.
countries.
I see.
In other
Because-
countries.
Because nakita ko may IMAX pala rito. Punta ako sa Japan, may IMAX. Singapore, may IMAX.
It's based in Canada.
Based in Canada. Okay, so, at saka ngayon yata, television, pwede na no?
In 3D.
And may 3D.
Yeah,
So,
they're
you have to
coming
wear glasses, and everything is in 3D or just some things are in 3D?
No, some things lang.
Some.
Something.
Okay.
Even kahit na hindi 3D yung pelikula sa yung mainstream Hollywood or mainstream movies, kahit 2D lang siya, the possibility of mapapirate, actually a 2D film is best to be pirated dahil very clear, yung crispy ang picture.
Okay.
Pero just because of it's digital, it's easily shown kahit sa probinsya. So
Okay.
there's no point of copying it anymore.
So, mawawala ng in 3 years, talagang wala ng DVD.
Baka wala na po.
Hopefully.
Wala na.
Baka wala na.
In 3 years time, mawawala na yung
Yeah,
DVD industry.
that's the target.
I see.
Eventually kasi ang analog film will be gone. And just because the expenses are quite high.
Even now, compared to yun nga dati-dati,
Yeah.
Even I still have really nice, expensive cameras which has 35mm film. Wala na, inaalikabok na. Puro digital na mga camera ko, digital pocket, yung point and shoot. But anyway, just later on, when we come back in our next segment, papakita po namin sa inyo, how all of these institutions and equipment have really progressed by leaps and bounds. You can actually visually see it, and we have, a picture will be worth 1,000 words. So stay tuned. Pagbalik po natin, we will show what's happening to the state of cinema in terms of going digital and also the digital equipment. Stay tuned with Open House. We'll be back with Heidi Esmero and Emil Morales and Jerry Corneo right after this.